Well, Trevor, just as you have mentioned that the said man, Fredrick Kinanga, he is still missing. The family has been trying to trace him at the Nakuru Central Police Station since his arrest on the following day, and his wife has just been she's just being told that the man is not even in custody. At the moment, they're saying they've been trying to trace his phone through the CID officers, and they're saying as of the last hour, he was in Kisii. Upon his arrest, Frederick's phone was off, but the family is telling us the phone was turned on yesterday evening. But to just give us the real case of the scenario, the issue, or the matters arising from this case, the wife, I'm joined on set by his wife and a relative, his uncle, and we're just going to talk about this case. And maybe it's something to follow up on this issue is that IPOA has been investigating cases of police indiscipline in terms of the men of officers behaving badly, and maybe this could be another issue that IPOA needs to look into. And just tell us your name. We can start by telling me your name and your relationship with Fredrick and just what happened on the night that he was arrested.
Yes, my name is Job Mochache. Fredrick is my cousin's son, and Fredrick was arrested on 22nd at around 8 p.m. in the evening while they were enjoying their supper meal with his family. And then the people who came to arrest him, they said that they are police officers who didn't give even the identification as is supposed to by the law. So they fled away with Fred, and they said they were going to Central Police Station in Nakuru. So at Nakuru Police, when we tried to find out in the morning, that is on 23rd, we found two contradictory reports at the OB. So the first OB said that the Fred was to be transferred to Kisii Police Station. And the other one, which they took Fred now from the cells of Central Police Station Nakuru, said that they were heading to immigration offices in Nairobi. When we tried to track them or to trace the number of Fred, we could see the other one telling you Kiambu, the other one telling you Muthaiga, the other one telling you...
So they're throwing you off the curve just as you're explaining it, but what is the information you're getting from the police officers that every morning you go to Central Police Station? What is the information? What are the charges that Fred is facing, and what is the reason behind his arrest?
The charges that maybe we can suspect, because at the police station Central, they did not write something very clear. In fact, even the deputy OCS was was worried, and he could not even explain how officers can make such a report and how officers can sleep with a suspect in a lodging for more than 48 hours. Because if we calculate from 22nd up to today, it is about some 36 hours.
And the law says that within 24 hours, the suspect is supposed to be presented to court where the charges are supposed to be read to him. I think that's according to the basic rules when it comes to arresting people.
Exactly, and that is why we are worrying. So we were about to look for maybe an advocate who can go to represent these amicus corpus in court so that Fred may be brought either life or death, either life or death in court, and face the charges than sleeping with the officers. I'm wondering of the officers sleeping with the suspect in the Rogers, moving up and down in Nairobi streets using the government vehicle. We don't know how the law.
His wife will be able to tell us. And just moving closer to the set, just tell us what was the scenario under which your husband was arrested, and in the course of him engaging or you being with him in that week until the 22nd, did he even mention to you that maybe he was facing any police case or anything, or has he ever faced a police case in the past?
Fred hakuwa na face chochote, na hiyo siku tulikula sapa na hakuna kitu tulinini, but hiyo saa 2 ndio maaskari walikuja wakasema hawa ni CID, wakamchukua tu hivyo.
Na sasa tunaelewa kwamba maybe Fred umekuwa ukijaribu, hebu tueleze umekuwa ukiambiwa nini, kwa sababu sasa hata ulikuwa unatuambia ulikuwa police station ya Central. Ni nini ungependa ifanyike ndo at least ujue kama Fred ako sawa ama hayuko sawa, na kama ni maafisa wa polisi walimchukua?
Nataka tu haki itendeke kwa Fred, juu sasa sijui penye yako, watoto wananuliza dadi yako wapi, mom.
Okay. So Lily is rather a bit emotional, but the emerging issue here is that he was taken in custody. They're trying to trace him. They have also said that they've tried to communicate it to the deputy OCPD. What we're going to do, Trevor, is we're going to try and raise this with the OCPD in Nakuru County and just follow up on the status of the matter and the case, because the suspect or the person, since now he's in police custody, is being treated as a suspect. He's still nowhere to be found, and the family is maybe trying to trace him, and that's why maybe they're looking for media attention on this. But you had mentioned that you were approaching an advocate. So far, what have you done? Have you gone to court? Are you in the process of going to court, or what is the procedure you're going to take so that you can ensure at least you know the status of your family member?
Yeah, the advocate is still working out with the application in the High Court, and Lillian, who is the wife, is going to sign the affidavit to swear on how the scene went. But Lillian was sent by the advocate to police to get the OP numbers, which I'm told, and she has told me that she has done that in vain and she has not gotten one. So the moment we get the OP that the advocate needs, he will move to court and file that amicus corpus whatever, so that Fred may be brought to court and face judges than sleeping in the lodges with the police officers, which we are wondering if that is the law, because police officers nowadays, they have turned to sleep in the lodges with suspects, and the lodges have turned to be the police cells. We don't understand that one. Okay.
Thank you. That's just Fred's uncle expressing the frustration of the family, and the application they need, or according to the advice from the lawyers, is that they need to file an application of habeas corpus, meaning present the body to court. So far, 48 hours later, Fred hasn't been presented before the police station that was initially receiving him. He was supposed to go to Kisii to answer to charges, according to the family, they're telling us, of child abduction. But according to the wife, she says that up until the 22nd of this month, the husband had never mentioned to her that he was being pursued or he was facing any cases that involve the police. They're still looking for him. We will go to the Central Police Station and get in contact with the OCPD, who can really give us the clear picture of what is happening regarding his police officers. But Trevor, just to remind you, IPOA is investigating misconduct of police. Remember, other weekend, there was the shooting of 2 people at City Park. And here in Nakuru, this would be an emerging issue that maybe IPOA would also try to look forward into, rather, as the family also continues to try and agitate the necessary officials so that they can track down their family member, Trevor. But this is a story we'll be following up in the course of the day. And